Hello. I can't come to your rooms this year because I'm teaching again, but I wanted to make sure that I got to all of you so that I could tell you about the book bloom. I'm so excited. Every year it gets a little bit bigger and a little bit better. This year it's on May 31st, Thursday. That's not this Thursday, but the next one. It's at 7 o'clock in the cafeteria. We will still be giving away books. We will still be having our book swap. There will be librarians there. The comic store is coming. All the stuff that's always there is going to be there. This year we also have Chef Bill coming. He's going to be making smoothies. He is going to have an array of foods for the summer, things that are great to eat for the summertime, snacks that you can make at home. You'll be able to make snacks while you're there, and he'll be demonstrating everything as you eat. So we're going to have gourmet food this year instead of just our regular chips and pretzels and stuff like that. Now, the big thing this year that's different from other years is that in past years, if you came, you could swap a book and you can also get a free book. But if you brought your parents, then they could only swap a book. But this year we really want to promote family literacy, and we hope that you will bring a parent this year. If you do, your parent can not only swap a book, but they can also get a free book as well. So if you bring a parent, you can swap a book, they can swap a book, and you can both get free books. You can leave with 4 books for the summer that you don't even have to pay for. We're really hoping you bring a parent this year, and because of that, I got 18 selections that I think that you're going to love. I know there's at least 2 books in there that you're going to want. So I'm going to tell you about 3 of them today, and I'll be on here hopefully in your English classrooms for the next maybe like 7 days or so, 6 days until we get through all of the books. The 3 that I'm talking about today, I'm kind of just picking them randomly, but I am going to start with this one, because it's the one and only graphic novel that I got this year. This is called The Walking Dead. This is by Robert Kirkman and Tony Moore, and this is volume 1. You can see it's called Days Gone By. And I chose this one for a couple different reasons. I was looking for something that was a little bit different than just your regular like Superman kind of comic book. I wanted something that was cool, and I also wanted something that I thought would be popular and interesting. And I don't know how many of you have heard of it, but The Walking Dead is a huge series right now on HBO. It's really, really good. I've only seen like 1 episode, but everybody tells me how much that they love it. And the whole entire series was based on this set of graphic novels. And the story is basically about a man who gets shot in the line of fire. He's a police officer. And when he wakes up and he comes out of the hospital, the entire town has been turned into zombies. He has no idea what's happened. And he kind of sets off in search of anyone and manages to run into a small group of people who are still human. And they don't really know what's happened, and they don't know why, and they're just trying to survive. And that's really the first volume of this book. There are more volumes that get into more detail about what's happened to them. But this one just starts out about what happens when he wakes up and what's happened to the entire town. And the book is in black and white, and the pictures are awesome. They're so gross, but they're really, really good. And I think that you'll love it. Especially if you love graphic novels, you will love this. This is called The Walking Dead. The next book I wanted to tell you about, the guys are always telling me that I never get sports books, and they're totally right. I don't think that I normally do. So I actually got 3 sports books this year. This is the first one. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but I think it's Carl Duker or Duiker. I don't really know. It doesn't really matter that much. This book is called Payback Time, and this is about 2 kids. It's about a football player named Angel, and it's about a school reporter named Mitch. And Angel kind of shows up at the school, and Mitch feels like there's something weird about him. He's a little bit shady. He's an amazing football player, and Mitch just doesn't understand why the coach treats Angel the way that he does. There seems to be some sort of like a weird, shady, kind of angry relationship between the 2 of them, and Mitch decides that he's going to figure out why. The problem is that Mitch does figure out why, and it could be a life or death situation. This is called Payback Time. The last one I'm going to tell you about today is called The Future of Us I picked this book really for one reason, and that's this man right down here. Most of you will probably recognize his name. This is Jay Asher. He wrote 13 Reasons Why, which seriously is such a great book. And he wrote this along with Carolyn Mackler, who wrote a book called The Earth, My Butt, and Other Big Round Things, which I almost got for the Book Bloom this year, and then I changed my mind. But it's supposed to be wonderful, and it's won a couple awards. Jay Asher is just a really cool writer, and I thought if the future of us is as good as 13 Reasons Why, then it's well worth getting. And this definitely is a really cool book. And teachers who are my age, or some of your parents who are probably my age, would also appreciate this book because it takes place in 1996, and these kids, Josh and Emma, are in high school. And at that time, the internet was just becoming like a thing, and most people didn't have it in their homes at all. And you would get these little CD-ROMs, these discs in the mail, where you would get like 100 free hours of American Online, which was an internet service. And we loved to like get these, and you could have free hours of internet and instant message all your friends, and that was like the thing to do. We didn't text message then. So in the book, Josh and Emma, Josh receives one of those discs and gives it to Emma. Now, Josh and Emma have had a falling out, and you find out why later in the book. But Josh hands her this disc, and Emma puts it in her computer, and when she turns it on, instead of it being America Online, Facebook comes up, and she's looking at a picture of herself and her status updates 15 years in the future. And she quickly realizes that she's able to see what's happened to herself and other people in her life by signing on to this CD-ROM. And they don't know why it's happened, but it keeps happening. And what they soon find out is that the small decisions that they're making right now vastly change what's happening to them in the future. And they begin to wonder, can they make things better, or are they going to make things worse? And this is called The Future of Us. So these are the first three books that I wanted to tell you about: Payback Time, The Future of Us, and The Walking Dead. I have 15 more books to tell you about. I'm so excited. These are by far, I think, the best book selection that we've ever had. I'm so excited. I hope that you plan on coming. I will see you tomorrow.